Turmoil in the streets of Venezuela.
International condemnation of the government. Shortages of everything, from money to food.
Nicolas Maduro, get out.
Keeping that dictatorship afloat.
President Trump
Fired rubber bullets and tear gas.
The protest against the government's been going on for months.
3 million Venezuelans have left their country.
Political turmoil in Venezuela.
They've been building the barricades across Venezuela for days.
This video series is my account of spending 2 weeks as a tourist in Venezuela. What you are about to see is what I personally witnessed whilst in the country. Nothing more, nothing less.
Venezuela.
At least take the car. But the guys didn't want the car. They just tell us, please get in the car. We should do both.
So we just got on a bus and we're heading up to the mountains around the outskirts of Caracas. We're going to climb up a bit. Should be some good views. We're not going to the coast today. Tomorrow we're going to the coast, but yeah, today we're going up the mountains. We bought the bus ticket for 500 bolívares, which I'll put the price below because it's just so small to even try and work it out of my head. Alright, so we've just arrived in this kind of expensive neighborhood here and we're just heading up to the foot of the mountains, going to climb up a bit, but just wanted to point out and mention a fact about Caracas that I've found pretty cool is they have some really cool old vintage cars. A lot of them are really run down, like this one. You see them all over the place, these a lot of American style cars, and then I've seen a Lada a few days ago. Apparently there's a few Ladas around because of the influence, the Soviet influence. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to continue walking up here. All the houses are huge around here with big barbed wire fences and things. Here again with Lenny in the background.
Yes, this is a very expensive place here. A bunch of new buildings like this, and there. Look at that. All the details of the finished buildings.
And one of these apartments costs $1 million.
I think that from 500 to $1 million.
Okay.
Who have the money to buy that in this economy that is so depressed?
Yeah.
So
So you say it's money laundering?
Yeah, for me it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
By who?
Well, people who has the money, dirty money here in Venezuela.
Dirty money.
The whole world knows.
That's Lenny's friend Jeffrey over there. He's taking photos on film. Pretty cool. So that's a mango tree, and all these guys are waiting for the mangoes to drop, and they're eating mangoes. So cool.
Look.
Going bananas over mangoes. So a very rich area, barbed wire everywhere. On every fence is barbed wire, big fences. Amazing. If you saw 2 videos ago, we went to this area that had a country club which had a $40,000 membership fee. And all these mansions, but some of the mansions were actually abandoned, so it's crazy. Okay.
To the mountain park.
National park?
That's a national park, yes. The Avila. The name of this mountain is El Avila, Cerro El Avila. But now the government, they want to change everything. Now they are calling it Guaraira Repano. So, but it really is the El Cerro Avila, Cerro El Avila.
Why are
So
they-
now this is the entrance to the park,
Why are they changing the names?
because they like to change everything just for nothing and not to work.
Buenos dias. Like I've mentioned in other videos, pretty much everybody has to take card here if they want to have a business, because you can get like maximum like 3,000 bolívares out of an ATM, and that's like literally nothing. So if you want to buy anything, you have to have card, and so all the stalls have little card machines. Even on the side of the roads, little street food and everything, they all take card because that's the only way to pay for anything here. But this looks beautiful coming up into the national park here. So basically we've just been shut down by the officials, would you say?
Yeah, they are the National Guard and the people who take care of the national park here, El Ávila. They don't allow us to
Take a
continue because they don't allow cameras here on the park, the national park.
And why would they not allow a tourist to take a camera into a national park?
They don't know. It is a rule, a very old rule. I don't know why. What is the reason? Maybe because they think that we are using the national park for profits or making videos for profit, or you know that kind of things.
Right, but they should understand that if a tourist comes here and their country has such a bad image in the
Yes.
media, that when I'm walking around filming like people in the street, and we're going to slums and different parts of the streets, like we can film there, which is like not a good image. It's important to show, but it's not a really good image. But when we go into the national park, which to show the actual beauty of the country, we're shut down. I think it's quite sad, isn't it?
Yes, maybe there are people who understand that there, or maybe there are people who doesn't understand anything at all, not even that anything, because there are a lot of people there that have no sense of what kind of benefit for the country it could be.
Right.
It would be better, it would be nice for us to have visitors here, international people that can come, foreign people who can visit, tourists, everything, but you know, this kind of things is what is about enough to have a tourist economy here that could work for us.
Yeah, I mean, because many people are going to see this video, right? Many people all over the
Yeah,
world,
of course,
and it could be a good way to present, you know, Venezuela and things, and they're going to stop that.
I think that, well, Venezuela, and especially here in Caracas, people can come here.
They basically, like, they wouldn't let us pass even if we put the cameras away. They said, no, you can't come in.
You
So
can save the camera into the bags or something they don't like.
this is the first time in anywhere I've been where they don't let you take a camera into
It's the first time in your whole
travel.
in all of your travel?
All the most places they like don't let you take a drone into a national park.
Yeah.
But a little
Camera,
mirrorless camera.
Yes.
But it's just amazing because they'll let people come in and take photos on the streets and things, and all the disaster and the crisis and the starving children and things.
Yeah.
But you can't take a camera
Well,
into a national park.
if they can control, if they could control that kind of images, for sure they wouldn't allow anybody to have a camera.
But we've walked past hundreds of police officers holding this camera, and they haven't done
but
anything.
imagine that they would like to do that. Maybe they will do it if they can, but they can control people with phones on camera.
Yeah.
That's very difficult, very hard. But here, in a little entrance to enter the mountain, they can do it. So they don't want people to shoot.
So I guess today we're just gonna take it more easy, because now we can't go up the mountain.
We'll try to walk for the city to
Maybe
show
just-
you more here. These structures are new for me. Well, it has no sense about what we are living here right now. Our situation is very hard here, and this kind of buildings that are emerging for all of the city. I don't know what is the sense of this when there is so many people starving of hungry, people with needs here. The country has a lot of needs, and I don't know.
Meanwhile, there's still mansions being built. So maybe we can go get some food or something.
Yeah.
We just went to a Lebanese restaurant, had a delicious meal. We just had a coffee now, and we're gonna head into the supermarket. I'm gonna film kind of undercover because it's not really allowed, but Because we see so much on the news about like Venezuelan supermarkets being empty, which some of them are, especially outside of Caracas, but I want to walk through and just see what's there, you know. It's interesting, see what's in a Venezuelan supermarket.
So you see there is a lot of products here. Eggs. So you see a whole there's meat here. This is like empty here. It should be full of bread. Charcoal, vegetables. But as I told you, this market is in a nice area. You can find everything here, but everything is very expensive. You see, like for example, this bag is like a quarter of a whole salary, like 10,000 bolivars. This is the liquor area.
So you can see in that supermarket, it was reasonably full, you know, pretty well stocked. There were some spaces on the shelves, but nothing crazy. It's very important to note that where we are is a very like upmarket part of town, so people that have money can actually afford that, but majority can't. For example, there was a bottle of olive oil in there, which cost 170,000 bolivares. 170,000 bolivares is over 4 months of work on the average salary in this country for one bottle of olive oil. So you do the math, it's not everybody can afford that. So that's a really well-stocked supermarket. When we go into the countryside tomorrow, we're gonna maybe stop in some towns, see what the supermarkets are like there. It's just interesting to get a full picture, because remember, Caracas always gets like the special treatment and things, and outside of the city is not that lucky. So we just come to a skate park because I asked Lenny if there's any skate parks, and his friend Gregory told us that there's one, so we came and checked it out. I just thought it'd be interesting to see, you know, it's cool to have things for the youth like this, you know, so it's cool to see a skate park in Venezuela. I used to be into like BMX and things.
Well, aren't you special?
I remember seeing like videos from Venezuela, and one of the most famous BMXers of the world of that time was from Venezuela, and they came here and it was super dangerous and stuff, but it's cool to be here all these years later. Interesting anyway.
Todo pecho frío se cría en el río, teniendo lo suyo, enseñando lo mío. Ahí donde empiezan toditos los líos, porque se comparan con el Rey León. Cuando de off you on, yo no junto una canción. Tú Mercedes, yo tengo una parking en la colección. Pero no son capaces de nada. Mantienen diciendo que lo que hay. Y si yo les digo se asustan. Estar en la cima, llegó la meta, en bicicleta, todo se cae.
So we've just come to this pharmacy, and what's going on here,
Well,
Lenny?
I only see there water and dog food, perrarina. It's all that they're only available there.
So this is a pharmacy, and it's not selling medicine, just water and dog food.
Only dog food and water here.
Right.
Well, if you go to other places, maybe you find other stuff, but here particularly, and this is a big pharmacy franchise, only water and dog food.
So is medicine quite hard to find here in this country?
So what?
Medicine, is it quite hard
It's
to
hard.
find?
It's hard sometimes to find something you need, maybe an antibiotics or something like critical for your health. It's hard to find one.
Beautiful sunset behind me over the hills there. After that last clip you saw, we went to Lenny's friend's house, and these big beautiful parrots came down, macaws. We got to feed them sunflower seeds and things, and apparently they come every day at 4 o'clock to the balcony and they feed them.
What do you think about this bird? eating from your hand, Nick.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Are you not afraid of her?
I'm very scared, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to fit him.
Oh, he's gonna kill
Or
me.
her, I don't know. What is she? Is a she or a he?
It's a woman, right? Two more.
Si es niña o niño,
They're absolutely stunning. The colors are so vibrant, just absolutely beautiful. Just met the guy who we're meeting in the morning in his huge Land Cruiser. Tomorrow we are going for a huge road trip up the coast. We're going to be staying there overnight. We're going to see outside of Caracas, which is going to be an interesting point to cover. Seeing as I've covered Caracas so in depth, we're still going to be doing more of Caracas because it's such a diverse city. There's literally so much to see here. It's unbelievable. But yeah, we're going to be seeing out in the city. We're going to go to the beaches. We're going to see some smaller towns and see how the crisis is affecting them out there, and apparently it's much worse than here. So just before I finish the video, guys, I just want to take a moment to say a big thank you to Skillshare again for sponsoring this video. And I want to recommend one of their classes in particular today, which is outdoor photography. As you guys know, I love the outdoors, and I think this is a really cool class. It teaches you all about sunset, sunrise, and night photography in the outdoors, in the mountains, really getting nice composition, making sure your equipment's all set up in the correct way. So if you don't know what Skillshare is an online learning community with literally thousands and thousands and thousands of online classes. You've also got business classes, there's language, cinematography, graphic design. I've done their Photoshop classes in the past. A really great place to go to learn a new skill and become a stronger version of yourself. And if you click the link below, you will get 2 months free of Skillshare's premium membership. And then from then on, I believe it's roughly $10 a month. A really good deal if you get stuck into the classes. You can learn so many new skills, whether it's for a hobby or it's for your career. Skillshare is definitely the place to go. So a huge thank you to Skillshare. Hit that link below if you want to get 2 months free of the premium membership. It's a shame that we got shut down this morning and we can go up these beautiful mountains in the background, but I guess that's how it works here. So anyway, in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't seen the rest of the Venezuela videos, always link down below and at the end of the video. Peace out.